Today with Bryant Gumbel and Jane Pauley.
30 years, singer-songwriter Joan Baez has stood firmly by her commitments to human rights and nonviolence. She's used her talents to promote causes all over the world. Well, she's still as involved as ever, but she's also taking a more active interest in the business of her career. Today, music correspondent Rona Elliot talked with Baez recently about her new album, Speaking of Dreams, her tour, and her new direction.
Baez's voice is as engaging as ever, and her stage presence remains commanding. She draws loyal audiences, old and young.
What I've done now is start taking my career seriously, which I've never done in my life. So I've hired management, and the dogs died, the kid left home, and this is beautiful, but I've got probably another 10 years of this voice being at peak performance. And so I just made a decision. I want to get out there and do it a la 80s and 90s rather than 50s to 60s or whatever I was doing.
Oh, freedom. And out there she's been.
Oh, freedom.
Both at home and abroad, doing what she does best, stirring it up for human rights.
It doesn't need much stirring, there it is, but I think pointing it out, Czechoslovakia was wonderful, as long as I'm upsetting the authorities and not the people, because I've always had this, maybe it's an illusion, but that part of my work is trying to speak on behalf of people who can't be heard themselves, and certainly in Czechoslovakia, China, these situations exist. China was a very dramatic example of when they were shut up and shut down and killed and all the rest, and that was just so emotional for me, and I just felt sort of heartbroken the way I know so millions of people did, and grateful that I had and was capable of at least writing a song, which I did on behalf of those students.
Everyone was smiling, their hearts were one in Tiananmen Square.
They really led a nonviolent revolution for 3 weeks, changed the face of China forever. They paid a very dear price for that. But yeah, I'm still doing what I do. It's a sort of second or first nature to go on doing it.
So much of your work has been dedicated to human rights. How do you think it's been scoring in the last couple of years?
Well, human rights has scored not badly for the last 25 years, and more as we go along, because the consciousness of it keeps coming up, and it's something that young people, when it's presented to them through Sting and Peter Gabriel and the likes, can absorb that and feel as though they're doing something, and in fact they are.
You've been singing publicly and professionally for over 30 years. How does that feel?
Well, dearie, it amazes me when I hear it. But some of the returns are wonderful. I mean, I consider the voice a gift.
There will be no sorrow, let it be.
It really has nothing to do with me. But what I can do with it is, treat it very, very carefully and then use it. And that's the plan.
Let it be.
For today, Rona Elliot, NBC News, Palo Alto, California.
We like Joan.